How Racism Affects Me. Why Just Immigrants. An essay from me, Iveth Enriquez Marquez. I am 13 years old, and I am a 7th grader at Monte de Sol Charter School. Racism to me is when someone excludes, makes fun of, or is prejudiced towards people just because of their color of skin or because of their race. Racism is going on around us even though we might not notice it. Racism has affected my family deeply, especially when we first came from Mexico. For example, my mom went to a doctor's office to get some tests done. When it finally came time for her to go in to see the doctor, a nurse came and took her back. My mom started to talk to the nurse in Spanish. Then the nurse interrupted her and said, in a rude manner, "I don't speak Spanish," and rolled her eyes as she left. A new nurse who spoke Spanish ended up assisting my mom. That was one example of racism towards my family. Now what about racism towards my race, Mexicans? One thing that people may not notice is when they cook or go out to their fancy dinners, the fruits and veggies were grown and harvested. Who do you think cultivated and harvested them? Mostly Mexicans. A lot of Mexicans are always getting bad reputations because people are prejudiced. They don't think we're worthy. They just prejudge us. They don't know our background. They don't know our struggles, and most importantly, they don't know how hard it was for immigrants to get here. And most of them came here to help their families have a brighter future. Another thing is that the governor and legislators are now discussing taking away driver's licenses from immigrants. But have any of you put yourself in their shoes or think of how they feel? How would you feel if you wanted to take your kids to school, to the doctor's office, to their activities, to the library, etc., but you are afraid to because you don't want to get pulled over, so you break a sweat every time you see a police officer? You also don't think about how this affects the kids. Imagine driving to school with your mom and dad and you get pulled over and they don't have driver's licenses. What do you think flashes through that kid's mind? Maybe something along the lines of, could this be the last time I see them in a long time? Would you want any of this to happen to you? Well, I know a lot of people wouldn't want it to happen to them. So why do the legislators want to take something away that they already gave them? Just because they're different? Well, immigrants are people too, just like you and me. So I treat them differently. Why just immigrants? They work and help in our community too.